There has never been a better time than now to come join the Bellisio Foods team. Bellisio has a new contract in place with plenty of awesome perks for their employees. From increased wages, access to the free health clinic, vacation after 6 months, and much more, Bellisio Foods is committed to putting their employees first. For more information or to apply, visit BellisioFoods.com/careers. Take advantage of these great new employee benefits and join the Bellisio team today. Visit BellisioFoods.com/careers to learn more. Comedy returns to Parks Edge Event Center just in time for Valentine's Day. Grab a loved one, your friends, and your family, and enjoy a night of food, drinks, and laughs with Karen Jaffe and Andy Frampton. Tickets are on sale now at EnjoyParksEdge.com. Get your tickets for the best Valentine's Day since your crush left that note in your locker your freshman year. It's Valentine's Day Comedy, Saturday, February 12th. Tickets on sale now at EnjoyParksEdge.com.
Well, good morning, everyone, and welcome to Main Street TV. Jennifer is still on vacation. That means you're still stuck with me, but hey, that's good news because I'm joined by Josh Willett.
Hey, what's going on?
How are you, Josh? Thank you for coming in this morning.
I'm thrilled to be here. You know, I was just saying to James off camera that last time I was here, things were still completely different because they were in the old studio, and I had some secrets that I knew I wasn't allowed to talk about yet, but I'm excited that we get to talk about a little of that today.
So those of you that don't know Josh, of course, you were a longtime band director at Wellston High School, and now you are helping manage Tri-City Theater in Jackson, Silver Screen VII in Gallipolis, and most recently, the newly remodeled and reopened Danbarry Cinemas in Chillicothe.
Yes, so that was a big secret that I knew kind of at the time, and was kind of in the back of my mind going, oh, I hope I don't slip and say something about a theater that we haven't told anybody. So there was always a lot going on at that time. But if you haven't had a chance to go to Danbury, it's very strange to hear, you think to yourself, well, if Josh and Cora control Tri-City Theater, why would they be sending you to Chillicothe to go watch a movie? And it's all connected now. So we're super excited to have that. And we opened up just a couple of months ago. We haven't even officially done a grand opening yet.
And that's something we're going to talk about a little bit later. Get into some exciting announcements.
Yeah. So we're thrilled that we were able to set ourselves a deadline. So it's all good.
So we're going to be talking movies today. We're going to be talking about the theaters. We're going to be talking about upcoming movies. We're going to talk about Oscars, like what we liked this past year. But before we get into that, because I know we're going to get into it and we're going to forget about this, there's some big high school basketball going on this week, and Red Thompson has somehow managed to be at every single one of these games, I think.
I saw him yesterday at the Jackson girls game.
Don't know how this is possible, but Red taped a few interviews for us last night and the night before, and we want to play some of those for you real quick. So this first one is Vinton County Lady Vikings head coach Brett Jones. So tonight, Wednesday night, the Vinton County Lady Vikings travel to Alexander to try to win an outright Tri-Valley Championship Division title. All right, and here is Coach Jones.
Okay, Coach Jones, tonight you got playing for the title tonight in your first year as a coach, but you have to go on the road to do it and an unfriendly place. What are you going to tell the girls about tonight's big game?
Tonight we won a share of the league, and super proud of the girls. But for getting ready for Wednesday, I don't have to say much. These girls, they've done this before. They're ready for the moment. I believe in my senior leadership, and so for me, in terms of what I have to say to get them ready, I don't really got to say much.
Alexander, you talked about going to Alexander. Tough place.
Yeah, tough place to play. They're really good. They got a couple really good players. They're senior led too with Marley Grinstead and Kara Meeks. And they got a coach that's been there for the last 4 years and that's done extremely well. So they'll be prepared. We expect that, but our girls are ready for the challenge.
Okay. Thank you, Coach.
All right. Well, thank you to Red and Coach Jones for that video. But maybe even more exciting news, and I think you were at this game last night.
Yeah, I was at the game.
Jackson Iron Ladies won an outright Frontier Conference title by defeating Chillicothe.
Yeah, I didn't get to stay for that entire game.
Okay.
I was there to watch my daughter play junior varsity.
She plays JV?
She plays JV. So I was there for the beginning of the game, but I didn't make it through the whole thing. But I know Red was definitely there.
Right. You can't miss him. We've been watching these old clips of Joe Burrow playing in high school. I can't believe that Red Thompson hasn't shown up in the background of any of these yet.
Oh, yeah, that's surprising.
Especially that Vinton County basketball clip. I was like, there's no way Red was not there. Like, how is it? Red always finds the camera and finds a way to stand in front of it.
Red does always find the camera.
But like we said last night, the Jackson Iron Ladies won an outright Frontier Conference title by defeating Chillicothe. And so Red, like we said, was also there. And after that game, he spoke with Kennedy Davis and TJ Carpenter about what it meant to win that title. So let's head back to last night and Red Thompson one more time.
Girls, FAC champions. We'll start there. That was your goal. Tonight, you guys were really on your game.
Yeah, I think all weekend in practice this week we've been preparing, and knowing that the first game was close, we just wanted to come out and leave it all out on the floor, especially for our seniors, and we did not want to share this title, so we came to win. We got our goal here, but we just got to keep going.
Okay, what was, you got into the groove quick. Was you seeing the floor big tonight?
Yeah, I think it was huge just knowing where they were going to be and just handling their pressure, especially just staying calm and making sure that we continue to play our game and not worry about their pressure. We definitely kept our composure a lot better, and we definitely prepared a lot better for their defense this time.
Was you happy with the first half? I mean, that's where you really want it.
The first half was huge, and we tend to have a really good first half and come out like flat in the second half. So that was our main focus at halftime, is to keep it rolling. We had a lot of energy in the first half, and we had them where we wanted them. So to continue that in the second half, I think it really helped us. We definitely started off strong in the first half.
And I know you never look ahead, never ever look ahead, but do you want another shot at Vinton County? Is that what you're hoping, or?
Yeah, I mean, we have to prepare for Trace first. I mean, that's never an easy matchup. We've already played them twice, but to have another shot, just especially because I think we've grown a lot as a team since the first game of the season, so I think we're ready. We definitely have to focus on Trace first. They're a great team, but we're hoping for Vinton County.
Okay, thank you.
All right, and thank you, Red, and congratulations to the Jackson Iron Ladies on that Frontier Conference Championship.
You know, I'm going to chime in on that for a minute. I've been watching those girls since they were in 7th grade, and that team, those girls were, I think, the 7th grade year and 8th grade year. Those girls were undefeated both seasons, and they've been playing together for a long, long time. That Jackson varsity girls team, they know each other really well, and they play really well together on the court. So their work ethic is unbelievable. So it's no surprise to me that they're in the position they're in right now.
Yeah. And like Red hinted to, that potential Jackson-Vinton County matchup on down the line, that's something to look forward to.
That would be really exciting for our area too.
Yeah. All right, Josh. So let's get back into our main topic. We're talking movies. We're talking the big screen being back.
Big screen is back.
Yeah. So you have brought kind of a list of some of the movies that are upcoming that you're kind of excited about. We're going to talk some big blockbusters. We're going to get to the Batman in a little bit. Yeah. But we're going to talk about maybe some smaller movies, some rom-coms, maybe something you can do for Valentine's weekend.
Yeah, so the first movie we're going to talk about is the new movie with Owen Wilson and J-Lo, Marry Me, which comes out. It'll open for us here at Tri-City on Friday. It will actually open at Danbury and Silver Screen on Thursday, but there's a reason for that I'll share in a few minutes. But Marry Me, if you've seen any of the previews for it, there's no need for me to describe it. Let's just watch the trailer.
All right, let's watch the trailer. This is the trailer for Marry.
All right, let's do it again from the top. Marry me, say yes. Marry me, say yes.
The Marry Me concert tour is something you will not want to miss. In 36 hours, superstar Kat Valdez and Grammy-winning Bastion will perform their new song, Marry Me, and exchange vows in front of a streaming audience of 20 million people.
See you tomorrow.
I'll be the one in the veil.
Charlie, this is once in a lifetime.
I've got my daughter tonight.
Good. I've got 3 tickets for tonight. Bring her.
Dad, you haven't had any fun since Mom left. Just say yes.
What am I doing here?
Okay, let's go. We only have 5 minutes.
What's everybody looking at?
Nothing. Give me your phone.
Kat Valdez's husband-to-be, Bastion, caught cheating with her assistant.
Hold this. I'm told that 20 million people are supposed to watch as we take our vows. They say if you want something different, you have to do something different. Why not? Yes. I'll marry you. You.
Go! Go! Go!
Do you, some guy, take Kat to be your lawfully wedded wife?
Okay. That was crazy.
Kat Valdez left the guy from the concert, then also married her Uber driver.
It's an insane situation. I say we offer $5,000 and let it all blow over.
Or I could stay married to him. Huh? I started something last night, and if I don't finish it, I'll look crazy. We gotta get out in front of this. Hi.
You. Oh.
It's 3 months. I don't even know her.
We both did this. So whether we like it or not, we're in this together. We have to embrace the spontaneity of the moment. I don't want to be the punchline.
What do I do?
Just stand and smile.
This is the most unbelievable thing that could ever happen in life.
Right now, 237,000 people are like, he looks like he's in math club.
I am in a math club.
I don't know, hanging with you guys today, I don't know, it made me feel kinda normal.
Come with me to the fall semi-formal.
Are you asking me to the school dance?
Well, I could leave a note in your locker. Call me if you're lonely. Hello?
I'm lonely. Are you afraid she'll fall back in love with Bastion and dump you? I'd be afraid of that too.
We don't need to pretend. I don't fit. Is this smart?
I think we left smart 6 weeks ago.
I was on my way to you.
Who do you think you are, man? Some fan?
No, I'm not a fan. Just, well, I mean, I am now.
Wow. What range Jennifer Lopez has to play a pop star so convincingly.
Yeah, okay. Sure. And somebody who's been married a couple times also. No, I was excited about that movie. It's one of those ones where, and we can talk about this a little bit if you want. It's a movie that I actually really pushed for here in Jackson. Just because I think that we need a good romantic comedy. I think Valentine's Day is the perfect weekend to open it. I'm imagining all these young guys bringing their girlfriends out or their new wives out. And I can't think of a better, absolutely wonderful, cheesy movie to come and see on Valentine's Day. And I think it'll be a perfect movie for us this weekend.
It seems like it. It seems funny.
Yeah,
we got a few legitimate laughs watching that trailer just now, and we'd both seen it before.
Well, and you're going to see this. Everything ends up being horror movies or drama or action movies. So having a romantic comedy again, it's like, oh my gosh, I can't remember the last romantic comedy that was in a movie theater. Lord knows that's what I always watched was romantic comedies, and some of my favorite movies of all time are romantic comedies.
Yeah, I saw an interesting interview on a podcast with Judd Apatow, who directed like The 40-Year-Old Virgin and a lot of stuff like that. Not necessarily romantic comedies, but like comedy movie, like big like Hollywood comedy movies. He's talking about how they just don't make movies like that anymore, at least not for theaters.
Right.
So it is nice seeing, something like that kind of.
Yeah,
again.
I'm really excited about it. I hope everybody else is too. So I was talking about, and I don't know that you and I even talked about this yet, but we're opening that one on Friday. And the reason is because on Thursday this week, so what is that, tomorrow?
Tomorrow, yeah.
So tomorrow, the movie Scream, it will be the last performances. I call them performances, too much time in the music business.
Showing.
The last showing, thank you. The last showing of Scream at Tri-City will be tomorrow. But we just learned that we will actually be able to do that with additional bonus content. So there's, I think there's some director things that'll be happening before the movie and after. If you came to see Jackass, the movie, it had the same thing on its opening where there were some bonus footage that would happen before and after. So tomorrow, Scream will be playing its last showing at Tri-City, and you'll get a chance to see it. You can also watch the Scream with bonus footage at both Silver Screen and Danbury. But kind of a last shot to go see Scream here at Tri-City before we open Marry Me for the weekend. So.
I've never seen any of the Scream movies. I was a little young for the first one, I guess.
And I remember watching the first one again. That would have been, the time when, knowing Courtney Cox and just falling into line based on generational. But I was never a huge follower of the series itself.
Everybody had those Halloween masks. That was the thing for years and years and years.
And still a hugely popular costume. So, the Scream movie, what's neat about it, of course, is it brings back so many of the original cast members, whether it be Courtney Cox and
Dave
Arquette, Nev Campbell, who has been involved in several of them along the way as well. So that's another one of those movies that you get a last chance to see that. Sorry if I'm staring at my computer and looking up information at the same time. So your last chance to see that one. Spider-Man is still going strong. I think we're going to have it. I know we're going to have it for at least another week. Spider-Man, I think we kind of bypassed Spider-Man back in the day, but there's no Spider-Man was a huge success for us, and actually was one of the movies that we opened when we reopened the doors at Danbury. It was the first movie that we had, we had Ghostbusters there first, and Ghostbusters is still playing at Danbury.
Really?
It finally finishes this week. It's even released to DVD.
Yeah, I know.
It's been hugely popular there. So Ghostbusters, last chance to see it at Danbury's this week.
If you saw the original Ghostbusters when you were a kid or younger, and you haven't seen Ghostbusters Afterlife yet, you definitely go check it out.
Not that I want to advertise streaming and DVD buying as a movie theater operator, but it's coming out.
It's a movie you need to see. See it however you can see it.
So it's fantastic. I loved it. And Spider-Man, the same thing. It was just an incredible movie. So let's see. What do we got next on our list? I'm just thinking back here to dates. The following week, we'll be releasing 2 new movies at Tri-City, 3 at Danbury. But Moonfall, I believe, is the next one on our list. I've seen trailers for this one quite a bit. I know that they've been showing this trailer during some of the football games. This is one where a guy discovers that the moon is actually coming towards the Earth. So another kind of action movie, sci-fi disaster
movie. Yeah.
Okay.
Roland Emmerich, the king of Hollywood disaster movies. He directed Independence Day.
Yes.
And a lot of, movies where some natural disaster happens and everything gets destroyed.
You guys need to understand how grateful I am to be here with James, because I learn about the movies from the business perspective, but he is an absolute movie fan. So thank you for knowing all that information so much better than I do. So, we can show them the trailer for Moonfall.
I don't have the trailer for Moonfall. It wasn't on the list you sent me. I apologize.
Oh, that's okay. Well,
I do want to throw out one fact about Moonfall. I just think this is funny. So Moonfall cost about $100 million to make. And its first weekend in theaters, because Roland Emmerich movies are kind of notorious for like not necessarily doing that well in theaters, and then he gets really mad about it, and then somebody gives him $100 million to make another one anyway.
Yes.
So the first weekend, Moonfall, which cost about $100 million to make, made about $9 million in theaters, juxtaposed to Jackass Forever, which cost about $10 million to make and made 25 million in the first weekend.
So that's
maybe Roland Emmerich should start like just making like a camcorder and just like, you know, him and his friends like kicking each other.
And maybe that's the time for us to talk a little bit about those nominations that we were looking at. So that's one of the things that we were discussing off camera, is that many of the movies that you see, it is nomination season, and the nominations just came out for
the Academy
Awards. And many of the movies that are on that list, you have that list up still. He's going to hotkey it. Many of the nominations that are on that list, you can see Nightmare Alley was one that I know was a pretty mainstream movie. Don't Look Up, I don't know a lot about. I think you told me that was a Netflix movie.
Yeah, Don't Look Up was a Netflix movie. It is about the politicians not believing scientists and leading to an asteroid hitting the Earth.
Dune is one that we had at all three theaters. Dune is the one that's the precursor to the good old Star Wars movies. It was a book originally. I think there was an original movie.
Dune is the best-selling science fiction novel of all time. And it was made into a film in the mid-'80s, directed by David Lynch of Twin Peaks fame.
There you go. Drive My Car is another one that I know very little about. Belfast was a movie that played at a lot of kind of art houses and smaller theaters.
Yeah.
We had talked about it a little bit for our theaters, but it just never came to be.
It's like a Irish political drama, right?
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Licorice Pizza was another one that I actually fought to get Licorice Pizza for a while, and we just were not able to get it because the movie ended up being such a limited release. Power of the Dog, you were telling me you just watched the other day.
So like Don't Look Up, The Power of the Dog is a Netflix-only movie. That's the Benedict Cumberbatch is a cowboy movie. I give it 2 big thumbs down. I did not enjoy this movie. It is long and it leads nowhere.
West Side Story. We had West Side Story at all of the theaters. We were able to bring it in kind of on the break, as they would call it. West Side Story has just left Tri-City. We were able to get it for 2 weeks. Fantastic redo. I don't want to call it a remake because it was. It was done a little bit differently. Those people, though, that are hardcore West Side Story fans, including myself, still thought it was absolutely fantastic. King Richard is the one with Will Smith about Venus and Serena Williams.
So
is that right?
Yeah, he plays Venus and Serena Williams' father.
Yes,
and I have to say, like, you make a movie about maybe the 2 best female athletes of all time, and you tell it through the man's point of view. Like, are you serious?
Well, I'm sure that there will be plenty of other opportunities for the girls to have too. And Coda is another one that I know absolutely nothing about. It is fitting as a musician that it's at the very end of the list.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So a lot of those movies that we've seen, I know that a lot of the other buzz that was happening is around Lady Gaga right now.
Yeah, not getting nominated.
Not being nominated for House of Gucci. And I believe that she's actually won several different awards for her role in that. And Respect, the Aretha Franklin movie. Oh, gosh. American Idol. I forget her name.
I don't know who was in that.
Oh gosh, I'm so bad with names. She, Jennifer Hudson,
right? Yeah.
So
was she in American Idol?
Yeah, wasn't she American Idol?
I don't think so. I could be wrong.
I don't know. We'll have to look that up off. So. We'll look that up off camera. I thought she was on American Idol. But Jennifer Hudson in that role was another one that ended up skipped over as well. So I know those conversations existed too. All right. Well,
one more bit of Oscar trivia here. This is kind of interesting. Lin-Manuel Miranda, of course, most famous for Hamilton. He has already won an Emmy, an Oscar, and a Tony. An Emmy, a Grammy, and a Tony. So he's looking for his first Oscar to complete that collection of hardware for Encanto.
I'm going to have to. That's the song that's been stuck in everybody's head.
The Caterpillar song.
Bruno.
Well,
we don't talk about Bruno.
That's not the one that's nominated, though.
Really?
The Caterpillar song is the one that's nominated.
Oh, I haven't. I was having that conversation at home because the whole world keeps talking about this. We don't talk about Bruno song.
Stop talking about Bruno, guys.
And I refuse to listen to it.
Oh, it's so good. It's not my favorite song in the movie is the first song. Which again is not the one that's nominated.
I just don't need another earworm.
Yeah.
I don't need another earworm. So
dude, he is the king of like earworms and stuff. Because it's just like everybody's had everything from Hamilton stuck in their head for like 7 years now. And it's like starting to fade a little bit. And then it's like, bam, here he comes with a Disney movie.
Well, and of course, at the same time that was happening, you had In the Heights, the musical that he did several years ago,
prior to Hamilton.
Yeah, so In the Heights,
which
of course, came out as a
film
this past year too. So I was surprised that there weren't more nominations for In the Heights.
Yeah, I think it underperformed a little bit, but I mean, I guess the Oscars aren't really about performance.
That's true. Did I send you the trailer for Blacklight?
I have the trailer for Dog, the trailer for Studio 666, and Uncharted.
All right. Well, let's deal with Uncharted first. So Uncharted is another one that will be coming out the week after Valentine's Day, I believe. It is starring Tom Holland and Mark Wahlberg. I think that they were very smart to release this Tom Holland movie right after he's still in the top 5 for Spider-Man stuff. So I think that people are going to go out and catch it just because they're Tom Holland fans. So,
all right, Uncharted?
Yeah, let's do it.
Right.
Hey, kid. A little young for a bartender, aren't you?
A little old for prom, aren't you?
Everything in here. Why the map?
It's the biggest treasure that's never been found.
5 billion, easy.
But it's just a story.
I beg to differ.
$500 years ago, my family found the world's biggest fortune, then was betrayed. People have been searching for it all in vain.
Both you turn your keys clockwise at the same time. Thanks a lot. You almost got me killed.
Clockwise, Sully!
Well, it was 50-50, so I made a guess.
Clearly.
But the voyage was not just about gold. It was something much more valuable. This cross has a very tragic history. So much blood.
I'm pretty sure he's just threatening to kill me. Oh, this is gonna suck!
Don't get caught.
You were just gonna leave me back there.
Somebody had to get the cross.
Your brother believed that there was a final piece.
Well, you know my brother said?
You have no idea who you partnered with.
What else aren't you telling me?
The victor spoils.
How are they gonna get them out of here?
Put them down, boys.
What is that thing on your face?
Yeah, puberty's right around the corner, kid. You can grow your own.
Exclusively in movie theaters.
Uncharted.
So that one looks super exciting.
It's got some like Pirates of the Caribbean vibes going on there with the pirate ships, but like, you know, modern.
Yeah, and the whole I think that there are a lot of people who've become huge fans of Tom Holland right now who are going to come out just to watch him in another great movie. I was seeing something about him that just hit really close for me because he's not what I would call a man's man.
Yeah.
He does a lot of studying in dance, and just I don't know. Which is perfect for what he does as an action star at this point. So, I really like that kid. He's pretty cool.
Yeah, he's good. He's great.
And the next one is Dog. So right now, it becomes really difficult when we are looking at the movies that are coming because, especially somebody will send a message, hey, why don't you have any good family movies, or why don't you have this right now? Well, we're very much limited to simply what it is they make available to us. Dog is one that they are advertising as a family movie. I'm actually really excited to see this one myself. It has, oh my gosh, what is his name? Channing Tatum. And I believe that it has kind of a military background where he's taking a dog back to his fallen owner. And I know that they're advertising this one very much as a good kind of a comedy, drama, family-oriented movie. It is PG-13. I'm not sure why, but if I had to guess from looking at it probably the military side and the death side that would be that way. But based on the trailer, I would be super excited to take my family to it. So this is Channing Tatum in Dog.
Oh, hold on.
Oh.
Hey! No! No! You're just a demon. You're just a demon!
It's expired, sir.
Come on, man. You know how many times I've been in and out of this gate with that?
Excuse me?
What's the odds on ISIS?
Step out of the vehicle, sir.
You want me to step out the vehicle? I'll have it.
He's with the Ranger Battalion.
Ranger Battalion. I've been busting my ass to get my mind and my body back into a good place. I need to get back in the game, sir.
You want to get back in the game? Prove it. Sergeant Rodriguez was a legend. Family funeral Sunday outside of Nogales. They want his dog at the funeral. You do this, and you're back in the game. She won't work with anyone. 1 minute she's good, the next minute she's sending 3 guys to the ER.
What's up, dog?
And you're gonna go on a little road trip. Easy. What are y'all so scared of? Smell it out, big time.
What is your deal, man?
Maybe just take the crazy down 1 notch.
Hey! No! No! You're just a demon. You're just a demon.
Whatever happened to you, dog? You used to be a legend.
Hey! Oh! No! Hey, dog!
You're so good.
How'd you make her get out of your hand?
I just talked to her. See, she's just a noodle. She just is so good.
You don't do anything else psychotic on this trip?
Maybe we can have some fun.
Is that a deal? Shake?
Lulu, is that you?
Good girl. Will you give hugs now? Really? Lulu gives the best hug. You've never had a Lulu hug? No, we don't exactly hug. So you telling me that Nuke was just as messed up as Lulu?
I had to work him every day for 6 months. When he stopped struggling, that's when I realized maybe I could stop struggling too.
It's okay. It's just lightning, right?
Look at that!
She's never slept in a nice bed before.
There ain't no shame in wanting a big comfy mattress. I was hoping you might have a room for me and my little girl.
Is that a Purple Heart? Was she wounded?
Yes, she was.
Thank you for your service.
I've never seen this dog exhibit any aggressive behavior before.
Never. She loves people. Oh my God, I can see. You're definitely not the girl I thought I'd be in the tub with, but I'll take what I can get at this point, I guess.
Dog. Coming in February.
It is February. It is February already. Coming the 18th. I'm assuming it will probably early premiere on the 17th. I've not received that official information, but we will have it on the 18th for sure at Tri-City. So again, a really exciting time. I'm really looking forward to that particular movie. I think it's just a good comedy, and of course, if I'm a guy who tells you I like romantic comedies, you can see that a movie like that I would also like. Movies that tug at my heartstrings.
I hope
are
something
always
bad
good for
doesn't
me.
happen to the dog at the end.
I know.
Why do movies like that? Something bad always happens to the dog at
So
the end.
we have a person who I just won't say his name on the air, who loves to come to movies. He comes every Sunday, and if he even thinks that something bad is going to happen to a dog, he won't go to the movie.
You won't see that movie.
If something bad happens to a dog, he will walk right out. He'll sit there and he'll stick around and he'll watch 3 movies in a day. If something happens to a dog, he will walk out of that movie and wait till the next round.
I remember when I was a little kid, I think this is the only time my grandma ever took me to the movies. And she took me to see Old Yeller at Tri-City in Jackson. And I remember we left because we knew it was it was a new version of an old story. And we knew the ending was going to be sad, so we just left in the middle.
Let's leave on a positive note instead. Yes, you can't.
I mean, we were really little.
Don't mess with my dog, man. All right. Well, the next movie is one that we are not going to have at Tri-City, but at least as of right now, we're not going to have it at Tri-City. But we will have this one at Screen VII and at Danbury and Chillicothe. This movie is called Studio 666. It is Sign of the Devil. This is starring the Foo Fighters. And those of you who know that I've been in here on Fridays on the radio lately talking about the Rolling Stone magazine's top 500. I have been a Foo Fighters fan for a long time. Funny enough, Nirvana, Dave Grohl was the drummer for Nirvana, and I've never been a Nirvana fan. But I've always liked Foo Fighters. So when I saw this movie was coming out, it shows up in my social media feed because of me following the Foo Fighters. Oh my gosh, that just looks like one of those. I don't know if they still do it now, but it was either MTV or VH1 would have movies that rock.
Yeah.
And this looks like it's supposed to be a super cheesy kind of slasher movie.
It's very intentionally B movie vibes.
Yes.
Right. It's obviously these guys have reached a level of success that they can do whatever they want.
Right.
And this is what they wanted to do.
Well, and if you look back, a group like Kiss, when Kiss was big, they were one of the first bands to be, I say that everybody, the Beatles, of course, had plenty of movies that they did as well. Most of them they're not exactly great.
Yeah.
But they're the Beatles. So, of course, you go see it. So the idea of the Foo Fighters doing a movie, I see this as one that is going to end up playing on television regularly and in rotation in the movies that rock phase. To me, it just looked like fun. So I was super excited to be able to get this one.
Feels like a Bruce Campbell movie to me.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah. I keep thinking about what was the Scary Movie? We were talking about that when we were talking about Scream.
Yeah. So Scream was an homage to horror movies, and then Scary Movie was just a straight up parody of Scream, which was already sort of a parody.
Right. So anyway, this is Studio 666.
Foo Fighters! You gotta get me a record.
It's our 10th album. We gotta break the mold on this one. Let's go somewhere we've never been.
This place is amazing.
Do you guys get this overwhelming sense of death? Whoa. Doesn't really seem like the right fit. Whoa, that's rad. That was weird. The sound of this house is the sound of album 10.
All right, you guys, amps, living room.
Let me apologize in advance for all the rock we're about to make.
Got a couple of ideas I've been working on. I'll lay them on you.
Dude, wait. It's called Everlong, and you wrote it about 20 years ago.
How you feeling? Everything okay?
Ever since we moved into this house, my mind is flooded.
We all have writer's block.
This is not just a creepy rock and roll house, but it allows spiritual entities to cross into our world.
Oh my God! Dude has got one flew over the cuckoo's nest crazy.
It's this place, man. Let's finish the track.
Can't we just wait, dude?
Play the drums.
You found a new musical note?
Hell yes, I did.
It's an L.
Any chefs in the group?
I'm pretty handy on a grill.
Yeah, you like your meat charred and dry.
He does make a killer barbecue.
What do we do?
We go save his ass.
Is the album almost done?
Yeah, it's killer.
Here you go, man. Finish the song.
You did.
Okay. I can't lie.
Wait, why is that not on the Oscar nominee?
I'm telling you, of all the movies that we're gonna talk about the Batman movie coming, and that's the movie that I can't wait to go see.
Dude, that's so funny. It's hilarious. It's like, I don't know, so camp. It's like,
yes. But I'm a person who one of my favorite movies to watch, especially in that particular genre, was I always loved watching This Is Spinal Tap.
Oh yeah,
just a fantastic, great like parody movie.
Oh, man. What? Oh, it's Deadpool. I watched Deadpool 2 the other day, and there's a scene where they like parachute in, and he like crashes on this like billboard. The billboard says "Puppet Show." It's, like it's Spinal Tap reference.
And I'm hoping that would be fantastic if this ends up being a movie that somewhere in there they've got to have been thinking themselves, we need to create that one-liner that this goes to 11 that people will print on shirts for the next 50 years. I'm hoping that they've got some kind of moment in there.
We can just sit here and talk about, just quote Spinal Tap back and forth.
Oh my gosh, I love Spinal Tap. What a great movie.
But you mentioned talking about Dave Grohl and Foo Fighters and the Rolling Stone Top 50, and of course you're a musician, so you might be interested in this. And I didn't know this; I just learned this recently. But the Foo Fighters were inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame this past year.
Yes,
and Paul McCartney gave the induction speech or whatever. And I didn't know this about either of them, but after the Beatles broke up, when Paul McCartney, I don't know if this would have predated Wings, right? Like he re-released a solo album where he wrote all the songs, played all the music himself, all the instrumentation, all the vocals.
Yeah, I think that album is just called Paul McCartney.
Yeah. And what I didn't realize is that the first Foo Fighters album was the same way. Dave Grohl. Like he did everything himself, like played all the instrumentation on the album.
He's a crazy drummer. And he's in Foo Fighters, he's a wonderful, wonderful guitar player too. Great singer.
But he didn't actually put the band together until he had already finished the album.
So Dave Grohl has another band that, sorry, we're not talking movies. Dave Grohl has another band called Them Crooked Vultures.
Yeah. This is sort of a super group.
Yeah. And I remember hearing or reading some kind of story that Paul McCartney had gone to Dave Grohl and said, "Hey, I hear you're putting together a band. I want to come and play." And if Paul McCartney called me and said, "Hey, I'll come play bass in your band," I think I would hire him. But he said, "Why would I want you when I have John Paul Jones?"
He's already has the bass player from Led Zeppelin.
So he's like, "Why would I want you? I've already got John Paul Jones." So
the one like bass player that's like maybe more esteemed than Paul McCartney.
Yes. So absolutely. I hope that movie ends up. I hope people go see it. Again, you can go to Silver Screen in Gallipolis and see it, or you can go to Danbury and Chillicothe. Take your rewards card with you.
Yeah. So let's talk about that, because that is the cool thing about all three theaters being managed under one umbrella.
Yes.
is you have this rewards program that works for all 3 theaters.
So, yes, we've got our loyalty rewards program, which has already been around for the last couple of years. Really started at Tri-City, and then when operations were taken over at Silver Screen in 2019, we moved it there, and now with Danbury, the same thing. So if you come in, every time you come, make sure right away you show us your rewards card. We'll swipe your card. I guess I should take a step back. Rewards cards are available at any of the 3 theaters. They're $1 to get it. And as you purchase things, you continue to accumulate points.
The points can accumulate pretty fast.
Really fast.
So
I think it's a
set number of points for every ticket, and then it's another point for every dollar you spend at concessions.
Yes.
Am I saying that right?
So there's I think it's like 3 points per ticket. It might be 1 point. Cora's probably going to be sending me messages going, Josh, you should know this.
We should have one of the flyers.
We should have the flyer here.
But we don't. I apologize.
And then you get a point for every dollar you spend in concessions. So like your first thing will end. Your first thing might be a small popcorn, and then a small drink, and then a medium popcorn, but all of these things continue to accumulate. You don't use points and then go back down. It's that when you spend that much, you get that many points, you have that thing. So we'll have people who come in that have, they have accumulated everything up to, I think it's at 500 points, you get a free ticket. And then it starts over again. And so you'll see people who come in and they've got this giant list of rewards that they've already earned. And we're going, hey, would you like to use any of your rewards today? And they're going, no, I don't think so. Like, okay. So they're just accumulating them. And, they may come in later on or let somebody else use their rewards. We can register it. You can go to our website, Tri-City, and you can go into our, in fact, what am I doing? It's right here, Josh. The Loyalty Rewards Program. If you go to our website, 50 points is a small popcorn, 100 is a small drink, 150 is medium popcorn, 200 medium drink. Again, so it's when you hit that mark, so for every 50 points in those ones, you end up with another thing. You get a free movie pass when you make it to 300 points. A combo number 2, which I believe is
300 might sound like a lot, but the way it's set up, the points are going to accumulate, accrue. They're going faster than you probably expect.
Oh yeah.
So 200 may seem like a really high number, but it's not. It really isn't. And again, especially if you're buying like a couple combos at the snack bar every time you go.
And I know you think to yourself, oh, well, I earned 50 points and then I'm going to turn in my small popcorn and then I'm back to zero. That is not the case. It works. So it continues to grow from there. So yes, if you do not have a loyalty rewards card, go out and grab yourself one when you come. Remember to show it to us when you come in, and they'll swipe it for you. You can go in and update your information so that if something happens and you forget your loyalty rewards card, you can just give us your email address or your phone number, depending on what information you've entered in the system. And our employees will gladly help you through that process. So,
and of course, it works at all 3 theaters.
Works at all 3 theaters, absolutely. So we're super excited that we have that. One of the things that talking about that, and I've mentioned in a couple of interviews that I've done with Danbury in particular, is that you walk to a movie theater and many times you're told that the concession workers are there to upsell you. And we don't train our concession workers to do that. We train our employees to give you the best deal you can. So
I know last time I went to Spring Valley, I ordered, can't remember what it was. I ordered like a small popcorn and a Coke or whatever. And he's like, you can get a large for the same price or whatever. I was like, I really don't want it.
Yeah,
I really don't want the fucking that big.
You take the bucket home. You take the bucket home.
Yeah.
That popcorn will stay good for days. Yeah. You're good. So no, we always tell people, because everybody complains concession prices are too expensive. They're too expensive. Well, it's done in a way that you can come in and get yourself a really great deal. You take the popcorn home with you. That'll be. We always encourage people to do that. So. You were going to talk about the marquee.
Well, let's save that to the end.
Okay.
So big blockbuster movie coming.
Big blockbuster movie
and
coming.
Danbury is going to take full advantage.
Absolutely. So we have not officially held our grand opening yet, and we have now planned to do our grand opening event on March 4th through 6th. We'll be doing a grand opening weekend. We have a ribbon cutting that we're planning on for Friday the 4th. We are in the works right now to have Batman in the Batmobile there.
Batman is going to be there.
Batman.
The Batmobile, like
Yes.
like a full-size Batmobile, like a real driving Batmobile is going to be there.
So we're super excited to see that happen. And the artist illustrator Sean Langley is going to be there as well. He's been at Tri-City. We try to bring him in whenever there's a movie that deals with.
I love Sean. He's so talented.
The cards that he has done. So these are all things that will be happening there. We'll be giving away some, there'll be t-shirt giveaways. There'll be raffles that are happening for movie passes for a year. So we have lots of different events that we're planning for the official reopening of the Danbury on March 4th through 6th. So you've heard it here first. That information is going to start hitting social media really fast. I think some of it's already making its way around, but that is also the same weekend as the opening for Batman.
The Batman.
And we'll have collectors cups and collectors buckets for popcorn. So we're really excited just to have that done.
I'm excited about it.
I'm trying to see if I can't get a Batman searchlight. That's what
I heard. Yeah, I heard that there's a pretty good chance that there are going to be some bat signal-esque decorations.
I'm super excited about it, and our employees are all really excited to officially do that. It's been quite a long process, and to not talk about it too much. I know that they've talked about that for quite some time about taking over at Danbury, but it was just never the right time. And when Danbury Theater was closed down permanently, there was plenty of talk on how can we bring this back to the community. It's perfect for us because it allows us to, if we can't offer you a movie at Tri-City with only 4 screens, there are movies we just can't get. But if we can offer it to you at Chillicothe, we are more than happy to do that, to get you going to those different places. And we try really hard to get the movies that we know people want to see. So we're really excited to bring that back. All of the theaters there have been thoroughly cleaned. ServPro was there to do a complete remediation. I was very thankful for Travis and his crew when they came out to work on the building. Things as simple as changing lights, but everything that's been done there. Danbury has all new projectors. We have all new Christie projectors. 6 of them are laser and 4 of them are this bulb projector, but that is like the top of the line right now projection, unless you're going to IMAX, which is a completely different
thing. Yeah.
All of the sound equipment has been updated to Dolby 7.1. That was one of the huge complaints that we had heard there, was that the picture was really dim and that the sound quality wasn't very good. So that's the first thing we did, was went in and we gutted it and started over. So the experience itself at Danbury, for those of you who haven't been there in a while, hopefully at least that part of the experience will be better. Our employees are super friendly, just like they are at Tri-City and Silver Screen. So we've been thrilled to bring that back. It's really neat to see. We've brought back a lot of the original managers, and they're just so appreciative of the fact that we have put so much effort into the theater itself. We're officially opening all 10 screens. The 10th screen opens this weekend.
Wow.
So it was a long process. We started with 6, and then every couple of weeks we would add a new screen in. So we'll have all 10 open now. just really excited that we've been able to do that. But it's been absolutely exhausting. I know, Cora and I have both just spent countless hours, and we're just always at it. But we love it, and we're glad that we're able to bring that back. Yeah. So, I guess on that note, we've got the Batman.
The
coming.
Batman.
Batman. Now that's a movie that I really did get into because, again, generationally, just at the time,
1989.
I remember watching that
Tim
with
Burton,
Michael Keaton,
Jack Nicholson.
And Jack Nicholson's a favorite actor of mine. I must admit. So anyway, let's just show him the trailer for Batman.
The Batman. All right, here we go.
Police! Hands up! Stay still! Get out of here!
Fear is a tool. But when that light hits the sky, it's not just a call. It's a warning. I've been trying to reach you.
Burn to God!
This is about a king, and Ritter's the match.
I can take care of myself.
If this continues, it won't be long before you've nothing left. I don't care what happens to me.
It's only gonna get worse for you.
Whoa, take it easy, sweetheart. Hear everything they say, ain't you?
Maybe we're not so different. Who are you under there?
I'm vengeance. What's black and blue and dead all over? You. Take it. I got you! I got you!
I'm Batman.
That looks like it's going to be a fantastic movie. I know,
I'm
Cora.
ready. Are you ready?
You're more ready than I am.
Well, okay. So I don't think it's fair that I've got a silly mask and you don't.
Uh-oh.
I know you're I'm not going to call you old, but
Thanks. I appreciate it.
You got some gray in your beard.
Yeah, a little bit. A little bit.
I thought maybe Adam West was more.
Oh, thanks.
Your speed.
Thanks. No, Adam. Yeah, but I'm good with that.
There you go.
Do I have to take my glasses off?
Yeah,
don't ask me to look at my computer.
I don't think you can
screen.
fight crime with glasses on.
Oh, this is fantastic. All right. I don't know that my goatee works all that well with this. All right, you're right.
Yep.
Look at us.
Yeah. All right, ready to fight some crime.
we're ready to fight something. Yeah. We're fighting off the women right now is what we're doing. Jeez. This is perfect.
All right, so I'm going to try and take this off so I can actually see and hear what's happening.
I'm trying to look at myself on the camera, but I can't see out of the holes.
Take your glasses off.
Oh, well, thank you for that, James.
You're welcome.
That'll be making its way across social media channels, I'm sure. Oh no.
Okay, so before we get out of here, do you want to go over the dates for the Danbury the Batman
Danbury the
ribbon-cutting grand
Batman.
opening.
Yes, we can do that. That is going to be on March 4th through 6th. We'll be doing that whole weekend. The plan is for the official ribbon cutting. Some of these times might be a little subject to change, so you'll have to keep following our social media. The planned ribbon cutting is Friday at 1 p.m. We're hoping to have Batman there actually for 2 rounds of movies on that Friday, the 5:30 and the 7:30. And Sean Langley we're hoping to have from 5 till 10:30. So we're working on those times, and just going to be a great celebration of the reopening for us. I think the one last thing that I really wanted to make sure that I talk about is, because I had somebody talk to me about this last night, is advertising on the big screen. So we're so blessed to work with Total Media, and James is here working on this. He actually probably knows all the Danbury grand opening information better than I do, because he's got that information. He's been working on our cards and working on all of the things that we'll be doing, T-shirts, etc. So I just wanted to, kind of thank you for all of the work that you guys are doing in Total Media. We're so blessed to be kind of working in conjunction with Total Media. Advertising on the big screen. So if you go in to watch a movie at Tri-City and at Silver Screen, of course, you'll see local ads playing before the movies. We're starting to put that advertising together as well for Danbury. If you go in, there's actually a video that James made for us that somehow I became the face behind the theater.
Spokesperson. Should let you wear a mask for that.
So somehow I became the face behind the theater, which is absolutely fine. And James helped us put together a really great video. But before the movies happen, you can always advertise on the big screen. I suggest that you contact sales at totalmedia.com, I believe, is the place to go for that. I know that Mark Carmen has started advertising there. And of course, we're all huge fans of Mark here. So if you are interested in advertising on the big screen, let us know. Even if you get a hold of James or myself, we'll lead you in the right direction. I was having a conversation last night with a local company that is looking to start advertising with us. So I was really excited to just start making those connections. So we're just thrilled to, be able to keep the movies going in our community. And I know that we're hitting that 10 o'clock mark. So we did good.
We did do good. We didn't run out. We actually still have things to talk about. We can go for another hour. But while we're talking about movies in the community, we want to end with this. Of course, the Marquet Cultural Arts Center also, is a theater of sorts.
Yes.
And they do these free community movies. And they have one coming up this Friday at the Marquet, free movie night, 7 p.m. And then we have a video we're going to show here in a second. This is Theodora Owen. She is a classical pianist, and she will be having a recital at the Marquet on March 12th. Tickets for that are on sale now. But she is playing the theme song from the movie that is going to be playing at the Marquet this Friday. If you know that tune, head over to the Marquet's Facebook page, find this video, comment the name of the movie for a chance to win tickets to Theodora's recital.
That'll be fantastic.
It's a little bit of a mouthful, but I think I said that all right.
I think so. Yeah.
All right.
No, that's one of the things I could go on a soapbox on this one, and I'm going to try not to. People will ask us all the time about playing classic movies. We are so blessed that we have the Marquet there, and the Marquet has Christie projection there as well. Fantastic sound system. And the ability to show movies, and they play classic movies there. Before the pandemic, they were playing them quite often. I know that Cora and I have been actively involved as officers. Cora was actually the assistant director there at one point in time, many years ago. So we've always been involved in that, and completely go to the Marquet, go watch those classic movies there. And if you have suggestions for classic movies, one of the things I would say is bring an audience. The more people you bring to come see those movies, the more movies they will show at the Marquet. So
bring your friends.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. All right, so I got to run over here and push this button, Josh. So if you want to say, kind of wrap up and say goodbye.
I can wrap up and say goodbye. Again, thank you to everyone here. Shout out to Jennifer. Again, if you didn't get a chance, did we show the picture of that burrito? I know you got, there it is. Shout out to Jennifer while she's on her vacation. She has created the Burrow Burrito that they'll be doing at 6 cents. I believe that it has hot dogs, Cincinnati chili, spaghetti, all wrapped up in a burrito.
It's basically a Skyline 4-way as a burrito.
So thinking about Joe Burrow for this weekend, I believe that burrito is available now through the weekend. So I'm going to have to give up my my diabetic diet plan and go and get me that burrito. So shout out to Jennifer. Thank you all so much for tuning in. I hope that I'll come back again very, very soon. Maybe I can be back just before we do the grand opening. So, all right. Thanks, everyone. Enjoy the video.